Hello and namaskar. You're watching KTV India with me, Varsha Venugopal. A grand welcome in Riyadh. Fighter jets in the skies, guards of honor on the ground, and warm hugs inside the palace. Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif was in Saudi Arabia and he returned home with more than just pictures. He brought back a mutual defense pact. This agreement says an attack on Saudi Arabia will be treated as an attack on Pakistan. And if Pakistan is attacked, Saudi Arabia will be responsible as if it was attacked too. On paper, this sounds like a NATO-style pact, but why does it really mean? And is this deal aimed at India? Why has it been signed now? Let's break it down. The treaty has two main points. Pakistan and Saudi Arabia will boost defense cooperation. This could include joint military drills, sharing security assets and training. Most importantly, both nations will defend each other if attacked. Pakistan's official statement says, any aggression against either country shall be considered aggression against both. That means if you strike Saudi Arabia, Pakistan will respond. If you hit Pakistan, Saudi Arabia will step in. When asked what kind of defense this includes, a Saudi official answered, "This is a comprehensive defensive agreement that encompasses all military means." That sounds like even nuclear weapons could be on the table. Since Pakistan has them, naturally the big question, is this pact targeting India? India has reacted cautiously. The Minister of External Affairs issued a statement. The government was aware such a deal was being discussed. India will study its implications for national security as well as regional and global stability. And India remains committed to protecting its own interests in all domains. So clearly, New Delhi wasn't caught off guard. Either Indian intelligence already knew or Saudi Arabia informed India beforehand. Why has this agreement been signed at this moment? The answer lies in global shifts. For decades, the United States acted as the protector of girl monarchies like Saudi Arabia, the UAE and Qatar. But recently, Washington has reduced its military footprint in West Asia. That has left these states feeling vulnerable. Just this year, Iran launched missiles and drones at a US base in Qatar, and Israel carried out airstrike against Hamas targets also in Qatar. In both cases, the US didn't retaliate. That raised doubts. What if the US is no longer willing or capable of defending its Gulf allies? So Riyadh may now be turning to Islamabad. Pakistan is a nuclear power and has long-standing defense ties with Saudi Arabia. Thousands of Pakistani troops have served in Saudi Arabia since the 1960s, and even today, hundreds are stationed there. Riyadh provides the money. Islamabad provides the muscles. Yesterday's deal simply formalizes this agreement. Now let's address the Indian angle. Some in Pakistan will try to project this pact as a move against India. But the reality is different. For Saudi Arabia, India is the second biggest trade partner with a bilateral trade worth about $42 billion. In contrast, trade with Pakistan is only about $3 to $4 billion. Clearly, Riyadh cannot afford to jeopardize its ties with New Delhi. Saudi officials have also clarified that deal is not targeted at any country, and the Saudi-India relations remain strong and will continue to grow. This isn't Pakistan's first mutual defense agreement. In 1955, Pakistan joined a military alliance called CENTO, Central Treaty Organization, alongside Turkey, Iran and the UK with US backing. But when Pakistan went to war with India in 1965 and 1971, did CENTO help? Not at all. India still defended Pakistan, so history shows mutual defense treaties sound powerful, but in practice, they are complicated. Whether Saudi Arabia would really fight India's battle is doubtful. Still, India must not ignore this. The Gulf states continue to see Pakistan as a useful partner. Saudi Arabia, in particularly, may want Pakistan's nuclear umbrella as a security backup. That's something India will always need to keep in mind. In the end, this deal is more about Saudi Arabia's regional insecurities, Iran, Israel, and reduced US support rather than about targeting India. But the symbolism is strong and the geopolitics are shifting. So here's the takeaway. Pakistan and Saudi Arabia have signed a NATO-style mutual defense pact. India is watching carefully but isn't alarmed. For Riyadh, this is about filling the gap left by the US and countering threats from Iran and others. And for Pakistan, it's about projecting importance internationally. Will this change the balance of power in South Asia? Probably not. But this reminds us that Gulf will never abandon Pakistan completely and that India must stay alert.